almost like you're in the center of a twister.
Hmm.
But they're just saying it'll be okay because just like with every storm, this too shall pass. So it's not going to last forever. And just try to take it. If one day at a time is too much, then take it an hour at a time or a half hour at a time. All right, so that's all we need. I'm just scanning your energetic field here just a bit. One thing that they're showing me is, of course, they're showing me your aura. They're showing me a couple of things, actually. Your aura, and of course, it feels like we've got some people kind of tethered to you. So you might feel like you're being pulled in a lot of different directions. They're also showing me, and some of those feel like that they can be unhooked, uh, but you kind of choose to have them kind of drag them along, I guess we want to say. Another thing they're showing me is they're showing me your chakras and the root chakra. We would want to give you a suggestion of are you familiar with chakras?
Yep, I'm familiar with chakras. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Envision that they're all going the same way. You could like put your hand down by your hip and then bring it up, your right hand, bring it up like that, and envision that they're all going the same way and that they're all the same in diameter. I like to have mine about that big, all the way up, the seven of them. But really focus on the root chakra. That is the foundation, and we just feel like that is a little bit wobbly. Could possibly even be going a different direction.
Okay.
Another thing that they're showing me is that your spirit team is asking you to be a chess player instead of a checker player. And what they mean by that is they're asking you to think at least 2 to 3 steps ahead when you are in a situation with family members, with coworkers, anything of that nature. They just want you to be a couple of steps ahead because the people that it feels like there's 2, and one might be where you work and one might be in the family, where they might switch up on what, I don't want to say their personality, but it's something like that they're kind of hard to, it's almost like you don't know if you're going to deal with a Jekyll or Hyde.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
That makes perfect sense. Yes. My mother, boy, oh boy. So I never know what I'm going to get. So I'm trying to deal through this situation with my little sibling that's now in my custody, and dealing with her on a daily basis is just, it's fun times.
Okay, so you do have a lot on your plate. And that's okay because Spirit shows me your plate, and she's using symbolism. Your plate still has a lot of room on it. So even though it seems like a lot, they're saying you're not to the breaking point. That just keep the focus, keep the goal in mind, and that will help you to just take it baby steps, take it one step at a time instead of trying to look too far into the future. Because they're saying, boy, there's a lot of moving parts here, a lot of different things going in and out. Don't be too proud to ask for help. We're seeing some family members, things of this nature, and not all of them are family. You might get some help from outside of the family as well, and they're saying take all the help you can get.
Okay. Yeah, definitely.
And all of the advice. Again, they keep showing me this revolving door. And it's just keep going and going and going, almost like you're in the center of this, almost like you're in the center of a twister.
Mm-hmm.
But they're just saying it'll be okay because just like with every storm, this too shall pass. So it's not going to last forever. And just try to take it. If one day at a time is too much, then take it an hour at a time or a half hour at a time. And don't be, sometimes they're telling me that you are good at maybe stuffing down your emotions, especially if they're anger or sadness. They're just saying don't be trying to stuff down all of your emotions. Make sure that you vent and try to get these out. and that will help, and that will help to bring in helpers
Okay.
when you voice how you feel, because they said you're pretty good at just stuffing them down and just trying to mow through it by yourself. And they're saying they don't want that to be the case this go around, they said.
Okay. Okay.
Let's see what else we've got going on here. Um, oh, they're kind of showing me like cluttered house is a cluttered mind, but that's okay. Just try to. I don't know if you have a lot of things. It kind of feels like a small home with a lot of things in it. Um, and that's okay as long as it's organized and you know where everything is. That's good. I'm asking spirit what else is going on here. Again, I guess the moral of this. Oh, thank you, Irene. She's saying there's a lot of new beginnings coming too.
Okay.
A lot of areas, and it's not just with maybe your mom or your siblings, maybe even with the job too. Feels like a lot of different things are going to start to happen, almost a domino effect. It feels like it's already started to take hold here. They are telling me, of course, there's a lot of healing coming in, but your spirit team is also cautioning you to make sure that you take care of you. You tend to put everybody else ahead of you or in front of you, and then you're kind of at the back of the bus,
Yeah.
especially with the way that you eat, and try to get enough sleep.
Okay. Yeah, I've been struggling with the sleeping, and I have been drinking too much. So yeah, I gotta start to take care of myself.
That's okay. Again, one day at a time. Rome wasn't built in a day, so don't beat yourself up. Just try to do the best that you can do. And they're also talking about the stress levels too. Maybe doing some different type of breath work would help as well. And I don't know if you could do some energy work or breath work with other people in your home. That might help too, because it feels like you're an empath and you're soaking up all of the emotions of everyone in the home. And it thank you, Irene. What she's saying is it's almost like you transmute their trauma or their sadness or their pain on a certain level, that you can pull it into you, which makes them feel better, but yet now you've got it. So
Okay. Yeah.
once you pull it in to yourself, and you may be doing this on an unconscious level, but spirit is saying once you pull it in, then send it back out to them energetically, peace and love and whatever it is that you want them to have. That thank you, Irene. So if you're going to pull it in, because
Hmm.
you're able to transmute it, you're able to bring it in and get rid of it, and then in the same time on the next breath out, send out love and compassion and
Okay.
understanding.
Okay.
And that might even be something that you can work with, like I said, with other people in your family as well, is some energy work. Because I'm just seeing everybody at all different levels. Are there a lot of people that live in your home?
Yeah, it's about 4 or 5 of us. Yep.
Okay. Because I'm seeing everybody, and a lot of times that's the way it goes. Everybody's at different levels. Um, and and they're just saying, keep in mind, um, it's people will rise up to the highest in the home. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to pull you down. Um, I don't want to say to their level, because that's not right. Because we all go through different things, and it affects our moods. There's days when I feel I could climb Mount Everest, and then there's days where I feel like I can't even get out of the bed. So the moods will change, and that's what we're seeing in your home. But they're telling me that they are going to start to level out. It's going to take a while, um, but they're just saying each day will get a little bit better. So just keep that in mind. There still seems to be some, oh, maybe some little obstacles that might be coming your way, but that's okay. We all have obstacles.
Okay.
And one last thing, they want me to remind you that you have come a really long way. Um, if you just go back through your timeline, they're saying go back just 5 years. And they're saying you have accomplished a lot in these 5 years that you thought that maybe you never would have. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
So keep that in mind. And they do show me, I love the way they just kind of make it very simple. They showed me a beautiful sun. So I'm staring at that little tiny round circle, uh, and which is kind of fun, but it turned into a beautiful bright sun. And whenever I see that in a reading, it always reminds me of that song, Here Comes the Sun. And that means here comes brightness and better times because your spirit team says you're ready. You're ready for a change and you're ready for life to get easier.
I am ready.
And so they said you're almost there, so just hang on, it's coming.